I have some books I picked up a few days ago, and one I got a month ago, and then one I got by last week or so. So first we have the ones I got from a local game store. I got Where the House Husband. See what volume 5, 6, and 8. So I read Where the House Husband some years ago. It was volume 1 through 4 that I first read. Like at the time it was just being released. And I do remember loving those books. I gave all those a 5 out of 5. So when I went to my local game store and saw that they had these, it was between me getting these or Come and Can't Communicate. Because they had like one of each of Where the House Husband, but not one of each of Come and Can't Communicate. I mean, I would have to get volume 6 of that and on down. I decided against it. and got all the way to House Husband that I was missing. House Husband is about an ex-Yakuza member who's now a House Husband, and he's still very much intense because of him being an ex-Yakuza member. He's very intense about everything. Things he shouldn't be intense about, but he is. Let me show you a page up from Volume 5. Here is him just cleaning the futons. And then he's not the only ex-Yakuza member in this book. There's a lot of other ones. And they still have that kind of mentality where they do a little too much all the time when around each other. But people in the neighborhood know who these people are. And they're just like, yeah, let's just let them do whatever they're doing. We're going to move about our day. And he's also have a lot of other housewife friends. And they all know how intense he is. They just kind of deal with it because he means well. This one I haven't read yet. I eventually plan on reading this probably today. And this one is like really big compared to these two. So I highly recommend checking this out. You can also watch the anime. There's an anime and there's also a live action. There's one where they have a kid for some reason. And then one where they don't have a kid. There's like an older one and a newer one. But if you want to watch those, you can. You watch the anime or read the book. At Ross, I ended up getting this little, I call it Little God Time for teens. And I knew it was like a little devotional book, but I didn't know it was for teens when I got it. I found this on a random aisle when I was looking for something else. And I couldn't resist a little cute cover. It's for teens. It still has a lot of good messages that you can relate to, no matter what age you are. Right now I'm on page 14, 15. And I plan on reading up to present day and then going day by day like I'm supposed to. I'm with the two from Dollar Tree. And for the first Dollar Tree, I ended up getting Mistletoe and Janine by Dahlia Rose. So I gave this book a 5 out of 5. I highly recommend reading it. It's a really fun story, but with a lot of intense moments. I will leave the review that I left below, which includes the trigger warnings. Because I've tried to get all the trigger warnings I could, so link to the review down below. But I do recommend reading this. It was a really good story. It was cute. And then next I picked up The 12 Days of Snowball by Christian McConnell. There's more than one book in this series. I didn't know that when I picked this up. This is the second book, which I'm on page 5 right now. We're reading from the point of view of this little cat right here. And I haven't read many books where it's like the point of view of a cat. There's this one manga where everybody are cats. I have to find the name of it. I just put the name up in the corner. I have read that one. That's another point of view of a cat. And I think there's one more. I think the name is Chi. So I normally read manga from the point of view of cats, but never a novel. And then we have this little, from another Dollar Tree, the second Dollar Tree, is the Holy Bible. And this is the New Testament, King James Version. And this is like the one that had the red letters. So I just need a new one for my purchase team. And then I got this Rainbow Brite coloring book. I've never seen a Rainbow Brite coloring book in the wild ever. And I normally only buy like Bending coloring books. My coloring book collection back here, but I did not know this was not a Bending. This is actually a Crown Jewels. And my history with Crown Jewels is like this anime coloring book. I'm like, oh my gosh, the cover is so cute. But I opened up the book and the art style didn't match the cover like at all. I mean, it's still part of the collection. And also there's like this, I have this Crown Jewels New Testament Bible here that I got from my sister, which is also a King James Version, which is the version that's sold the most in my state. So I didn't look in this when I first bought it, but I'm glad it looks like the cover itself. The art style is very consistent, which is probably because it's Walmart. And then lastly from Walmart is Starfish, which is another book I gave a 5 out of 5. Which this book has a lot of trigger warnings, so once again I'll leave the review below. This was a very, very hard read. it was like hard to get through some of these pages because it was just so painful to read. Like, it was so sad. She was going through so much stuff that she shouldn't have to have went through, especially with her own family, which is so unfortunate. But I do recommend giving this one a read. And then next we have Dragons in the Bag. Oh my gosh, there we go. And there's also 4 other books in this series. This was recommended to me on Kindle actually. So I don't know what I had read before this, but they started recommending me these dragon books. Oh yeah, Dragon Girls. I had read Dragon Girls, and then they recommended this one to me. Because my plan was to actually buy Dragon Girls instead of this. But I ended up finding this. I'm like, okay, I'm going to get this first and then get Dragon Girls later. Here you go. I'm excited for this story. I really like dragon books. I have one other book about dragons, which is Icespire. It's one of the other books I have about dragons. And I remember getting this book from my school library because they were selling it. I ended up loving this book so much. It was such a fun book. I'm liking books about dragons, and it's nice to get back into books about dragons because I do like dragons, as I said. So I think it's gonna be a fun read. But that's everything I have for you guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. I would definitely have more hauls for you later on. What have you read this month? What books have you picked up this month? Let me know down below. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Thank you for watching. Bye.